Hey gang, Jason here for The Love of Tractors, and I thought I'd do a tractor review today. You know, it's Saturday, it's raining, and I've got some display work to do, but I wanted to play with some tractors first. So I thought I'd take a look at these Woods & Copeland and Rome four-wheel drive tractors. Now these are kind of a short line, short production run tractor by the same people that made the Wright Earthquake tractor. And I wouldn't almost, let's not say made, let's say produced, or sort of spearheaded the project. So these are heavy tractors, all metal construction here, no plastic, that's for sure. And they are super cool, I think. You know, they're kind of crude and rude, and that's sort of the way the real ones are, so I think they've done a great job here. Let's just kind of start with this open station. Now, this is labeled Woods & Copeland. So this is, I think, the oldest of the group, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see, our hood pops open, revealing some engine. And that engine, you know, it's a cast piece, it's metal. I'm not going to say it's awesomely detailed, but it's nicely detailed for sure. And I think it's cool anyway. You can kind of look inside there, so you can kind of see the rivet holding on these wheels and tires. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that these are standee wheels and tires that they just bought gobs of and used. Now, I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that for sure. But, you know, we got a nice exhaust stack up here. I think it's plastic, but it's hard plastic, so it's not like that bendy rubber that we see. This is a textured decal, so that's a nice look for the grill there. And then I love this air cleaner over here. I don't know, it's just really cool, I think. I think it looks great, especially on the open station. I mean, that's just super cool. And then you've got, you know, a really basic operating station here. There are some kits to dress these up out there, but I haven't done one yet because especially these are getting a little harder to find. So maybe someday I can come across another one of these relatively cheap, and maybe I could dress one up, but not yet. Anyway, so that's the Woods & Copeland. And like I said, neat tractor. I think when these were new, they were in the $40 range. So, you know, not cheap, but not terribly expensive either, especially for something that's going to be a short production run. It articulates very well, as you can see, and the front pivots, and the articulating joint has a little pivot to it, so that's something really good. And of course, under you can see all the differentials and all that stuff. So like I said, decently detailed for what it was when it came out, for sure. Now, I mean, I think if this came out today, you'd expect quite a bit more detail, but considering the time period that these were produced, I think they're awesome. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is also a Woods & Copeland, but it is also a Rome. So this is kind of, I guess, when there was a joint venture here. Now, the hood does not open on either one of these big four-wheel drives. You can see here, this is still kind of the squared off front end. You've got the big, again, textured grille decal there, and you can see the nice motor in there. And now I want to point out something too. They didn't just cheap out and use the same casting on these motors, because I think they could have done that and got away with it, to be honest with you, but they didn't. These are different castings on those motors, so that is super cool, and I really appreciate it when a small company goes to that length to do that. So again, simple back end here, no work lights or anything like that, but like I said, there's kits out there to dress these up, or you could easily do it yourself if you wanted to. And I love these tires, and I would love to get my hands on some of these tires. I know they're out there, but they're not super easy to get a hold of. Some custom guys kind of got a crack at these when they were available, and unfortunately most of them are gone, but they look sweet. I love the Firestone. I love the lug pattern on them. You got the nice planetary detail and all that stuff in there. They're just super cool, I think. Again, you know, this is the cab version, so you can see there's some sort of subtle variations between these two. You know, this, you know, I think because when you see a short line production and a small company make it, you think they're going to cut some corners on casting and reuse a lot of parts, but quite frankly, there's a lot of different parts here. I just, like I said, I really respect that. You know, got nice small fenders back here that are squared off versus the really big fenders on the Woods open station. And then, you know, this is just a bigger, beefier tractor all around. So we actually have a muffler on this one versus the sort of straight pipe on the Woods. And then the cleaner is, the kind of the more modern cleaner type with the long extension that gets above the cab. Nice SMV decal back there, as well as the Woods & Copeland decal. But, so that's that. That's the big Woods & Copeland Roam. Now, check this out. This is just a Roam. And very similar tractor now. And you would expect it to be. But with that said, we've got different wheels and tires. Kind of back to the old riveted style. More simpler wheels and tires, if you will. Cab is basically the same. I think it is the same. The paint's a little different. Now, I don't know if that is because it's being true to the original or if it's just they shot different paint when they were making these over the years. And that's fine if they did. So we get a Cummins logo on this one. So that's a nice little extra touch there. And then, of course, we got the nice grill and, all that kind of straight pipe instead of the muffler style exhaust here. And then we got the same cleaner as we have on the other one. Now, so I kind of paused there for a second because I'm pretty sure that's the same engine casting. I mean, I've kind of been looking it over here, and it is, and I think I would expect it to be. They're basically, I think, the same tractor for the most part. But check out the hoods. See that? Squared off hood, rounded hood. So I think that's very cool. You can even see that detail, kind of carries over here a little bit and all that. It's just the little differences that sort of separate these tractors out from each other, I think. So anyway, again, I think when these were new, they were like in the $40 price range. You're going to probably pay a little bit more than that for them now. They're not crazy out of line, but like I said, this one in particular is getting a little tougher to find, and I think this one is too as well. I have seen a few of these around, and I've actually got an extra one. I have an extra of these that I definitely intend to dress up. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, that's way down the list. I don't know if I'll even get to it this winter, to be honest with you, but it's on the list. So there you go, guys. Just taking a look at some 1/64 scale Woods & Copeland and Roam 4-wheel drives. Hope you liked the video. If you did, do the like, share, subscribe thing. I would greatly appreciate that. And as always, thanks for watching. Treat each other well, and happy tractor hunting.